I'm Kevin Romm, and welcome to the Sports Wrap, everybody. The start of Redskins training camp is well underway in Richmond, where 90 players will fight to make the 53-man roster. Kirk Cousins has a sure spot on that list and will have a few new weapons to showcase on offense. But the question still looms, how's the defense going to play? And especially that defensive line. Picking Alabama defensive end Jonathan Allen, number 17 overall, was a no-brainer for the Redskins. He finished 7th in the Heisman voting last year, tallying 10.5 sacks on the season. Getting after the quarterback was a nightmare for the Skins D-line a year ago, so Allen will need to make a quick impact. Coach Gruden has high hopes for the rookie.
I think he's going to get better and better. He's still young, and I think we can move him around a little bit on the defensive line too. It'll help on third down, maybe put him on the inside over the center or over the guard from time to time, and try to let him move around because he can also drop in space. He's a great athlete, so he's a good benefit for us because he's very versatile.
That versatility will surely be tested throughout the preseason, starting in just a couple weeks when the Redskins take on the Baltimore Ravens. The Hampton Roads area has seen its fair share of athletes go on and become superstars in nearly every professional sport, but one local sports legend stuck to the sideline and used a whistle to make a name for himself. This past week, I visited Paul Webb to learn more about his historic basketball camp.
Paul Webb's basketball camps have a longer history on the hardwood than the three-point line. 53 years of inspiring the next generation of hoopers.
We try to teach the kids the basic skills of basketball, and we make sure that they're having fun. And when kids are having fun, I'm having fun.
It started with just 36 campers, and now it attracts over 1,000 each summer, mostly filled with campers with a family history of learning from Webb.
We have kids coming to camp now that their fathers came to camp. We've got kids coming to camp now that their grandfathers came to camp.
Webb coached college hoops for 29 years, racking up 511 wins and earning the title of the winningest coach in Virginia history. He retired in 1985 at ODU, where he led the Monarchs to 4 NCAA tournament appearances in 10 years. Webb may have handed in his whistle years ago, but his consistent success as a coach has certainly translated to the camp.
Everything that's done here has been done the same way for 53 straight years. It's teaching fundamentals, mechanics of the game, having fun, and getting children involved within the community to continue to come here. I mean, the kids here you see, almost 75% of them have been back 4 straight years.
One of those kids, 14-year-old Kumar Stroman. He's been coming since he was 9 years old. Now, Kumar travels from North Carolina to perform his sensational handles at the camp. Only a couple years older than the campers, he's a product of proof that the camp's reach extends past the 7'5" boundary, and that Webb himself is more than a pillar for basketball.
He's the coolest old man I've ever met.
Now, all the pro athletes may be off making millions now, but none have had quite the impact on the Hampton Roads community like Paul Webb. That's the Sports Wrap tonight. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kevin Romm, and welcome to the Sports Wrap. It's official. Today is the final Sunday without football until next season. Thursday night, NFL fans got just a taste of the coming season as the Cowboys and Cardinals squared off in the annual Hall of Fame game. Preseason Week 2 kicks off this Wednesday with a full slate of games heading into the weekend, so there will be plenty of chances for you to get your football fix. The Redskins start their preseason on Thursday in Baltimore against the Ravens. Guys like Kirk Cousins and Ryan Kerrigan will see limited snaps, so the spotlight will be on rookies and other players who have been grinding it out all training camp long. There's plenty of time for Coach Jay Gruden to set the final roster, and he says he's in no rush when it comes to evaluating those players.
You know, you have to put a process of days together and see how they do in pads after, they have a good day or a bad day, see how they recover, see how they bounce back, see how they learn new plays, see how they put it all together, see who the most consistent players are, see who the toughest players are mentally and physically, and then you make your decisions.
Thursday's matchup with the Ravens will be the first of 4 preseason games. Then it will be decision time for Jay Gruden before the Eagles and Redskins face off at FedEx Field to start the regular season. Steph Curry is no stranger to golf, picking it up every year once the NBA season ends. He finished 4th at the American Century Classic a few weeks ago, which showcases some of the best celebrity golfers out there. This week, Curry decided he wanted to test his luck against the pros on the Web.com tour.
I play a lot of golf, but been in a couple competitive situations where you know what it feels like to deal with nerves and all that. But I'm sure I'll have some jitters on Thursday. But at the end of the day, it is just a golf course that I know fairly well in front of you. Just hit some good shots and try to play as best you can.
Now, the expectations are not very high for Curry. If he makes the cut, that would be a sure victory for the two-time MVP. The ball usually bounces his way on the court, so who knows? It may bounce his way once he's on the golf course. Now to the guys on the PGA Tour. This week in Akron, Ohio for the WGC Bridgestone Invitational. And if Steph was looking to learn from a guy that needs no luck, there's one right there. Hideki Matsuyama, that chip-in eagle on the par 5 second really got him rolling today. That would tie the leaders at 9 under, but once he caught them, there was no looking back. He ties the course record with the final round 61, and he takes home the hardware. And I guess the guys could not see him coming today. The PGA Championship is next week, and it's players' final chance to win a major this year. That's the Sports Wrap tonight, everybody. Thanks for watching.
And Thomas with the finishing touches.
A PGA champion has been crowned. Justin Thomas wins his first career major, and he sure did earn it. Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Romm, and welcome to the Sports Wrap. There's always excitement during the final round of a major championship, and today it was no different. It was never a one-man race, as the leaderboard at Quail Hollow was constantly changing. Ricky Fowler made a late charge, shooting 4 under on his final round to jump 7 spots on the day and finish for a tie for 5th at 5 under. Patrick Reed, another guy who made a Sunday leap, finished tied for 2nd at 6 under. But that chip, it was not enough, because as it got closer to the final stretch, Justin Thomas would be the name highest on the leaderboard. That guy right there. And he's with his buddy Jordan Spieth, who took home the Claret Jug just a few weeks ago. And now Thomas kissing the Wanamaker trophy, he'll have that to show off to his friends for his first major victory. And now to some football. In terms of wins and losses, the NFL preseason, it doesn't really matter. Coaches and fans just want to see their teams back in a good rhythm before the regular season starts. Now, one thing that they don't want to see, a season-ending injury, and especially from a starter. And then, unfortunately for the Washington Redskins, linebacker Trent Murphy will miss the entire season with a torn ACL. Number 93 right there, Murphy went down early in Thursday's preseason opener on this play. Murphy, you can see, gets caught underneath another falling player right to the back of his leg. Murphy is a vital part to this Redskins pass rush. He was 2nd in quarterback sacks a year ago with 9. He was also planning on serving a 4-game suspension for violating the league's performance-enhancing drug policy, but that will now have to wait until next season. Head coach Jay Gruden understands that it's just part of the game, but he knew how much Murphy was improving.
That's too bad. He was really having a great off-season program. Then he followed it up with a really good training camp so far. And it's unfortunate. It's just wrong place at the wrong time in pro football. It was a great play by Zach Brown, and he knocked their fullback right into his knee, and it was really unavoidable, unfortunately. And hopefully he gets a speedy. I know Trent is the type of guy that's going to work extremely hard, and he'll get back to full strength before you know it.
And it didn't get much better for the Redskins. The offense came out struggling. You see a sack there for Kirk Cousins, and the defensive backfield showed signs that need some serious improvement as Woodrum connects to White on the long touchdown pass. But on the plus side, here's Jonathan Allen, the first-round draft pick, recording his first sack, tripping up Ryan Mallett just before the line of scrimmage. Hopefully Allen can carry that into the regular season, but fans will try and forget this 23-3 loss. NBA free agency already has made some big headlines this offseason, with teams taking in big names with hopes of creating the next new super team. But many seem to forget those grinding it out on the NBA Summer League. These guys hope to just make it on any team. Hampton native and Phoebus High School standout Troy Williams is one of those guys. Now playing for the Houston Rockets, Williams sure did stand out today. In 24 minutes, Williams dropped 29 points, including 4 of 7 from deep, like that one right there. He also sank a couple of clutch free throws to seal the win for the Rockets. They get the dub over the Denver Nuggets, 102-99. And that guy should have no problem sneaking onto a team's roster come this NBA season. Well, that's the Sports Wrap tonight, everybody. Have a great night.
A record-setting season, 29 straight wins for the 2012 Norfolk Admirals, the longest streak in pro hockey history. Not to mention the cherry on top, bringing the Calder Cup back to Norfolk. Saturday, and 5 years since the celebration parade, and the boys were back in town.
The last night we were together in 2012, we had a dinner at Bodega's. It was just the team and the coaching staff. And when the first guy was walking out, he said, he picked up the cup, he gave a speech, and he said, 5 years from now, let's meet right here. And that's how it started. And as the night went on, every time somebody walked out of the door, they picked up the cup, they said what the team meant to them. See you in 5 years.
Revisiting the historic past gave the players a friendly flashback to some home ice memories.
We walked in the Scope like a few minutes ago, and just walking in, we felt the energy in the tunnel, just going up in the center ice with the banner and the trophy.
While also giving fans a chance to relive the run or make new memories of their own.
We were actually out of town. We actually missed the celebration and the parade. We were on vacation, so we're really thrilled to be here.
With many former players and even the head coach now in the NHL, the 2012 team inspired the next generation of slapstickers to hope that one day they could suit up and skate the same ice as their idols.
I don't remember much because I was little and I wasn't into hockey, and the Admirals is what got me into hockey, and I started playing because of them because I want to be on their team one day.
But until the record is outmatched, it'll be this team that'll go down as one of the greatest in AHL history. In Norfolk, Kevin Romm for the Sportswrap.
Langley Speedway may be the hometown racetrack of Hampton Roads, but tonight it takes a national stage. 31 drivers race for the checkered flag and a check for $10,000.
The Hampton Heat 200. It's by far the biggest race of the season, attracting the most fans, showcasing the best drivers, and paying out the most cash.
The track's back open and we're up and swinging.
Bill Moles bought out Langley Speedway in February, a process that took over a year, causing the track to shut down last season. But the dispute has all but slowed down the hype surrounding the Hampton Heat.
We've got some of the greatest late model stock car talent in the country here today.
And each of them know there's far more than bragging rights at stake.
Best part, it pays the most money. $10,000 to win, that's nothing to shy about.
C.E. Falk has cashed that check 3 times, and even though it is a short track race, its length is high in the minds of the drivers.
It's 200 laps, and these races are few and far between, so it really shows who can keep their stuff together, who can keep together mentally to try to win the race.
This is short track at its best. Something's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Fans like that excitement. It's not unusual to have, 8,000-10,000 people around this place.
Since 1950, it has showcased NASCAR greats like Richard Petty, Jimmy Johnson, and Denny Hamlin.
You got the best of the best here. You got national champions, to and fro, and track champions and all that. So they all descend upon Langley to try to win.
They may not be NASCAR legends yet, but with a big payday at stake, thousands cheering, and a chance to take home the checkered flag, they'll definitely feel like one. In Hampton, Kevin Romm for the Sportswrap.